2 years ago, me and Tara taught our kids how to dive in this exact spot right here.
Boats as old as the Hoover Dam are now back in the sun. And now even bodies are being found.
Hundreds of thousands of farms and ranches rely on it, but water levels in several reservoirs, those water levels, they've dropped dramatically.
The decades-long drought at America's biggest reservoir has dropped water levels so low that bodies are turning up.
This would have been underwater this time last year. That's how fast the water level at Lake Mead has been declining.
Lake Mead, located in the southwestern United States, is one of the largest man-made reservoirs in the country. However, recent satellite images reveal a shocking fact. The water level in Lake Mead has been on a steady decline for more than 3 decades. In fact, it has dropped a staggering 160 feet since these images were taken just 20 years ago. The cause of this drastic drop in water level can be attributed to a prolonged drought in the southwestern United States. This has resulted in the reservoir standing at just 27% of its total capacity, a worrying figure for the millions of people who rely on the lake for their water supply. The decline of Lake Mead has created a plethora of problems that affect a wide range of industries. However, the pressing question remains, can Lake Mead be saved, and what will be the impact of its current status on the southwestern region of the United States? To fully grasp the gravity of the situation, it is crucial to understand the importance of Lake Mead to the states in this region. Currently, Lake Mead serves as a vital water source for California, Arizona, and Nevada. Over 40 million Americans rely on the lake for their daily water needs, from households to farms and industries. It is also a major source of hydroelectric power and a popular spot for recreation and tourism. As the largest consumer of Lake Mead's water, California plays a crucial role in the lake's decline. This is primarily due to the state's large population and agricultural industries. However, it's not only California that relies on the water of Lake Mead. In total, the lake supports more than 25 million residents across the southwestern region of America. In addition to providing water to these states, Lake Mead also serves as a vital link between the Hoover Dam and the Colorado River. The water from the Colorado River flows into Lake Mead as a holding reservoir until it reaches the Hoover Dam. As a reservoir, it plays a vital role in the region's water management and hydroelectric power generation. There is no doubt that the Colorado River contributes almost 97% of Lake Mead's water supply throughout the past 20 years. The Hoover Dam has witnessed a drastic drop in water levels, falling from being more than 1,200 feet above sea level to just barely over 1,040 feet above sea level today. Should this trend continue and the water level fall below 1,000 feet, it will have a significant impact on the dam's ability to operate its hydropower turbines. The Hoover Dam was designed to function optimally with a water level of 1,050 feet, and if it drops below 1,050 feet, the ability of the dam to generate electricity will be severely impacted. The Hoover Dam's ability to produce electricity is heavily dependent on the water levels of Lake Mead. As the water levels have dropped, the power output of its generators has been reduced by 33% in the past year. This is a significant concern, as more than 1.3 million people rely on the Hoover Dam for electricity, not only in the southwestern states, but also in California and Nevada. Besides, the Hoover Dam generates hydroelectric power to help sustain the regional power grid, and a decline in power generation could lead to a ripple effect on the economy. As the water levels of Lake Mead continue to drop, it will lead to a decrease in production and cause an array of problems for the entire southwestern region of America. Among the many major problems caused by these water shortages, one of the most complex issues is the rights to Lake Mead's water. Each of these states in the southwestern region of America has rights to use the water in Lake Mead. California currently controls 56.4% of the water rights to both Lake Mead and the Colorado River, Arizona controls just above 38%, and Nevada controls the least at just above 3%. With these three states controlling the rights to the water, there has been disagreement in how to handle the situation as the water levels are dropping to extreme levels. Therefore, water cuts will be put in place with a goal of preventing Lake Mead from reaching dead pool status. The Federal Bureau of Reclamation is asking states to conserve between 2 and 4 million acre-feet of water just to keep Lake Mead and Lake Powell out of critically low territory going into 2023. This has come at the expense of many states in this region, as California has the largest population in America and cannot afford to take a massive water cut. Similarly, states such as Arizona are also not in line with cutting such a large amount of water consumption, as nearly 74% of the state's water goes towards the agriculture industry. The rights to the water and the complex issues that come with it have led to a difficult situation with no easy solutions and a potential for further conflicts. Nevertheless, it has been stated that California will be forced to cut back on their water consumption in order to meet the water conservation goals set by the Federal Bureau of Reclamation. Clearly, Lake Mead is more than just a water supply reservoir. Its impact on the electricity generation in the Hoover Dam is also causing many problems in various different industries. Therefore, the question still remains: can Lake Mead be saved, and is its decline actually reversible? To understand if Lake Mead can be saved, we need to take a look at the historical data of this reservoir. Lake Mead has been declining for years and has dropped by more than 100 feet in just the past 20 years. Additionally, the ongoing droughts in the southwest are only worsening the water crisis and causing the levels to drop even lower. Satellite imagery between 2021 and 2022 provides a stark visual of just how much water has been lost in just 1 year's time. Although the reservoir has been steadily declining, the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation announced 2 separate projects with a goal of replenishing Lake Mead. The first of which is the release of water from the Flaming Gorge Reservoir into the Glen Canyon Dam. This will increase the water level at the dam and allow more to be released into the Colorado River, which will eventually flow downstream into Lake Mead. The plan aims to add nearly 1 million acre-feet of water to Lake Powell over the next 12 months. While this is just one of the efforts to replenish Lake Mead, the full effect of this plan is yet to be fully understood, as it was just announced in July 2022. Additionally, water cuts from both the Colorado River and Lake Mead have become much more widespread throughout the past few years, with a goal of conserving as much water as possible. Officials have stated that they are monitoring the current forecast for water levels of Lake Mead and will use them to determine water cuts for 2023. It's a positive step towards replenishing the lake, but the overall outcome is yet to be determined. Currently, the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation has stated that Lake Mead stands at a Tier 1 shortage, being around 1050 feet of elevation. This is nearly at the criteria of becoming a Tier 2 shortage, which would cause an array of different problems for states such as California. If the forecast drops below 1045 feet, all of the southwestern states would be forced to cut their consumption from both the Colorado River and Lake Mead. Experts from the Bureau have predicted that Lake Mead will reach a Tier 2 level by 2023 and a Tier 3 level possibly in 2024, while the current state of Lake Mead is at a Tier 1 shortage. A Tier 3 shortage is something that could have extreme consequences for this region. These water cuts could extend beyond agricultural industries and affect household and industrial water usage. While all of this paints a dire picture for the next few years of Lake Mead, it's worth noting that these studies are based on historical data and have been revised multiple times as the droughts throughout the southwestern part of America continue. As the water consumption in this region is poised to increase in the next few years, the question remains: can Lake Mead's decline actually be reversed? The federal government and U.S. Bureau of Reclamation have proposed a number of plans and initiatives to try and save Lake Mead, but it's unclear if these bold plans will be successful. Will limiting water consumption in this region allow Lake Mead to replenish its water supplies? Will the water from Lake Powell be able to keep up with Lake Mead's rapidly deteriorating conditions? These are just some of the questions that remain unanswered. The U.S. Bureau of Reclamation and other agencies are closely monitoring the situation and taking actions to mitigate the crisis, but it's uncertain if these actions will be enough to reverse the decline of Lake Mead. Only time will tell what the future of Lake Mead will be, but it's a crucial moment for the region and the nation to take action and find sustainable solutions to conserve and protect our water resources for the future. While many states in the southwestern part of America rely on Lake Mead as a crucial source of water, California's water distribution network is unlike any other state in the country. The state's population and economy rely heavily on the availability of water, and the state's water management system is one of the most complex and dynamic in the world. California's water challenges are multifaceted and include issues such as increasing demand due to population growth, environmental regulations, water rights, and climate change. The state is constantly facing the difficult task of balancing the needs of its residents, agriculture and industries, and the environment. California's water management system includes a complex network of dams, reservoirs, canals, and pipelines that transport water from the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta to Southern California. The state also has a complex system of water rights and allocations, which can create conflicts between different water users, such as farmers, cities, and environmental organizations. In addition, California is also dealing with the impacts of climate change, including increased droughts and floods, which can exacerbate the water challenges the state is facing. Thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing if you found the information in this video informative and insightful. We'd love to get your thoughts on this video in the comments down below.